Hi guys, welcome to Opportunity Nanny. If this is your first time of stopping by, please hit that subscribe button. If you are watching my video and you have not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. It really encourages us to do more videos for you guys. Today we are looking at scholarship at the Central European University. Now, I like this school because there is a lot of funding for bachelor's degree, master's degree, and PhD programs. And the application process is quite easy. Almost, at least for PhD, every PhD candidate here gets scholarship. So it's something really interesting to look at. So just stay with me as I take you how to apply for the master's program and PhD program, how to look at the scholarship, and everything that you need to know about the scholarship. So please make sure you watch to the end, like this video, and if you have any questions, let me know down below. Don't forget that Opportunity Nanny now offers a consulting service. So if you need any help with your study abroad program, please make sure that you contact us in the email or phone number listed on the screen, or just fill in the Google form in the description box below, and we'll get back to you within 24 to 48 hours. Thank you. So the Central European University, they have two branches. They have one in Hungary and they have one in Austria. It's a very nice university and they offer funding. So now, are you a bachelor candidate? Are you a master's candidate? Are you a doctoral candidate? There's funding for you. I'm going to be focusing majorly on the masters and doctoral because a lot of the people that watch me are more interested in masters and doctoral scholarship. Now for bachelor's degree, there's just a small number of partial tuition award that is available. So these are the courses that you have partial tuition award. That's philosophy, politics, economics. You can get up to 50% of tuition fee per year, reduction per year. So you can check that out. I'm just going to focus on the masters and doctoral. Now for the master candidate, there's financial aid for master students, and there are different ones. There's master tuition award. So in that one, they're going to be covering some amount of your tuition fee. So they can cover up to 30%, up to 50%, and even 100%. Then for the master stipend award, you can get either as low as €300 per month or as high as €1,000 per month. And sometimes this master tuition award and the master stipend award are even combined, so you get everything covered. Now for the doctoral candidates, Central European University has an international reputation for high quality postgraduate education, and they provide candidates who apply by the financial aid deadline are automatically considered for the doctoral scholarship. And the doctoral scholarship covers the full cost of tuition, complete with a monthly stipend to assist with housing and living cost. The doctoral stipend is €1,880 per month, so that's the gross, and is awarded for a period of 48 months, so that's 4 years in total. Now, please note that the PhD stipend are taxable in Austria. Now I told you that there are two branches. There's one in Austria, there's one in Hungary. So this is just what the scholarship covers. So I'm going to show you how to apply and how to apply by the financial aid deadline, because if you miss that deadline, then you are not going to get scholarship. So now let's go up and see how to first apply for programs that we're interested in. Now you can also check out other scholarship. Let me just open that. So once you click on other scholarship, it's going to take you to this page. Now in this page, you're going to see a lot of scholarships that are tailored to certain individuals or people from certain demography or people from certain countries. So we have like Bulgaria, people from Central African countries, just a lot of information here. So I think you can check that out to see other scholarship that may be applicable to you. So once we are ready to look at the programs that is offered by this university, we can scroll up and click on academic. And once you click on academic, it's going to take us to their study program. Now we are seeing the degree programs and everything. Now, so you can also check the QS ranking. If you're someone that likes the ranking of university, check it out. Now they have 3 bachelor's degree program. They have 35 master's degree program. They have 11 doctoral degree program. And they have 14 academic departments. So they also have advanced certificates and some other cross-departmental training. So we are going to be looking at the schools and department for the master's degree and the doctoral degree. You know, I told you guys that's what we're going to be focusing on because there's no time. Also, one of Erasmus Mundus, if you are interested in Erasmus Mundus scholarship, I will be shooting a video on that soon. One of those scholarship is at this university. I think it's one on gender or something, but we'll check that out later. So this is everything about this. So let's go and check out the programs and see some of the programs that we're interested in applying for. So once we click on Discover CEU Schools and Departments, it's going to take us to this page. Now we are seeing the overview of the program and everything about it. So for the bachelor's degree, these are the 3 degrees that they have. For the master's degree, you can see they have a lot of courses. Now this was the Erasmus Mundus master's degree in women and gender studies. So if you're interested in Erasmus Mundus scholarship, please check that out and also apply for it. The application process is a bit different from this. Do you understand that? From the one I'm showing you, because this one you're applying directly to the university. Now these are the programs that they have in master's degree, and these are also the programs that they have in PhD degree. So for the PhD degree, I'm going to be showing you an example of how to apply. Maybe we'll use the Doctor of Philosophy in Comparative Gender Studies, but let's start with the master's first. So the master's degree, I'll be clicking on the Masters of Public Administration. Is a 2-year course. Just as an example, you can click on any one you're interested in. So for the Masters of Public Administration, when I click on it, I'm going to open this page. Now we can see that the first round closes October 15, 2025. There are different rounds for the financial aids and everything. The first one closes October 15th, 2025. So one thing I like with them is that if you're applying for a course, they give you a detailed description, very detailed description of everything about the course. And you can check out how the level, the year, so it's a 2-year course, what the credit degree looks like if you convert it to the US credit, and if you also convert it to the Austria degree credit. The program description, I'm not going to read that. Why? Because not everybody wants to apply for this course, so I'm not going to bore you by reading that. But you can see how the Masters of Public Administration work, what you're going to be getting, the specialization, because some of them you have to specialize maybe after 1 year, the skill impact, the policy lab, other certification that you can also get as a student of this course. You can see advanced certificates in international political economy and others. It's just really, really interesting. You can also hear from their students, so people that have studied this course, what they have to say about it. Who is this program meant for? So we're going to be looking at, okay, who are the individuals that should apply for this program? And they are saying it's designed for individuals that aspire to make significant impact in the field of public policy. Then we can check the criteria for the master's degree. I'm going to be open that after this. We are also going to be checking admission at CEU, the application deadline, the application requirements. We already checked funding and fees, and since we're applying for scholarship, it's not necessary. The admission process. So you can also check what awaits you. So if you get this program, what are the things you're going to be enjoying, and just other information that you can read on your own. So let's check eligibility criteria for master's program. Now, when you're applying for your master's program, applicants applying for a 2-year master's program must have collected a minimum of 180 ECT credits during their undergraduate studies. While if you're applying for a 1-year master's program, you should have a minimum of 240 ECT credits. Now, ECT credit is just the amount of credit of your courses that you get. You can convert it to their own to see how many credit that is. But most Nigerian 4 years bachelor's degree program should be around 180 to 240. But you can check that. Now, there are also exceptional cases, but you can read about that. Like if you have a 3-year bachelor degree, they can also give you admission in a 1-year master's course, but you will be aware that you may not be able to pursue a doctoral degree in the European higher education area if you have accumulated less than 300 ECT credits. Now, what is the deadline? Now, for the application for the next session, that's 2026-2027, there are 4 rounds of deadline that we're going to be showing below. So you have to note, are you among visa-sensitive countries? So visa-sensitive countries are countries that have very long visa or resident permit application process. So you have to apply in the first round, because if you don't apply in the first round, it may take time, for them to get your visa. Then they also have institutional CU financial aid. So if you're interested in financial aid, you have to make sure that you apply within the first 2 rounds only. Then you have Erasmus Mundus program, which I also mentioned. Now, for the first admission round, the deadline is October 15th, 2025, and you'll be hearing the admission decision between December 1st, 2025, and January 15th, 2026. and you also be applying for the CEU application aid. It's still going to be open in the first round. Now for the admission round 2, the deadline is February 4th, 2026, and you'll be getting the decision April 1st to 30th, 2026. The admission on the financial aid is still open, and this is the deadline for it's applicable to all applicants except visa sensitive countries. So let's check, is Nigeria or Ghana or one of the major countries that watch me, are they among the visa sensitive countries? So let me not even waste time. Let me just use Control F and check. Motion Nigeria will be there. I know. So if you are from Nigeria, let me check for Ghana because I know I have people from Ghana that are watching. Ghana. Okay, Ghana is here now. Almost all African countries are here. So if you are from an African country, it is recommended that you apply at least within the first admission round, October 15th, to just be safe, especially if you're interested in the financial aid. So please, to be safe, apply for the first round. Just remove your eye from the other rounds because it means that it takes a lot of time to process our visa. So please make sure you do that. You can check out other information, and I'm going to be showing you also what are the documents you will need to submit when you are submitting your master's degree program. So you need your academic record as usual, your transcript, and it should be in English, your certificate, your diploma. If you don't have official transcripts, you can upload an interim transcript, and just you can read about it. So proof of English language proficiency. Now you'll be exempted from this requirement if any of the following conditions apply. So if your first language is English, like in Nigeria, our native our first language is English. That's the official language. And if you have obtained a bachelor or a master's degree taught exclusively in English in one of these countries listed, you don't need to submit English language test. But if language of instruction is not clearly stated in your academic record, upload an official letter from your university confirming that you were taught exclusively in English throughout your studies. So in some universities, their transcripts does not really state that you were taught in English. So what you can do is reach out to your university and it's just usually like a small letter, like a one page letter, letting them know that you conducted all your studies in English. So you can also upload that. But if you don't have those and your first language is not English, please, you have to look at this test type that they accept and the minimum scores that you can have, so that you upload it. Thankfully, there's Duolingo English test, which you can do online by yourself, and it's quite affordable, so please do it. We also have standard tests and other supporting tests. Now, for the standard test and other supporting tests, let me scroll up first. Now, some departments, you will need to write GRE or GMAT, so like the Department of Economics. Some programs can even say, they want additional reference. So these things, why these are the general ones, there are some that are specific to your department. So when you go and check out your program, like I showed you the public administration, check out the criteria and what they want you to submit, so you can see if there are any differences that arise from your own program. Then you have your CV or your resume. So you have to click here for advice on how to compose your CV or resume. So please do that. I'm not going into that. Then your academic writing submission. You can, for these programs, you have to submit one academic writing, maybe like an essay, your thesis, your research proposal, just something. These are the courses that need that. Then also your letter of recommendation. The letters must be written in English and it will be sent via online application system by the recommenders themselves. So you have to make sure that you register them in your online application so that they can submit the application on time. And all recommendations must be received within 1 week of the time the application is received. So if you submit your application today, your recommenders have 1 week to make sure that they give you the application. Late references may or may not be considered. Now, if you're applying for different programs, so one recommendation letter, it must be submitted separately for each application. Now, you can also track the status of your referee. So instead of asking the man, have you submitted? You can log into your applicant portal and see whether the man has submitted or the woman has submitted or not. So once you're ready to start your application, please bear in mind, we have CEU charges an application fee of 30 euros for each candidate, irrespective of the number of programs you want to apply in a given cycle. So you have to pay an application fee of €30, and you can apply for as many programs as you want within that cycle. Now, if you're ready to start your program, you can click on start your online application. Let's wait for it to load, and you can log in as a new user. Then enter your information, and then you are ready to now apply for the program. So that's all for the master's program. So let's go to our doctoral program. I told you I selected our Doctor of Philosophy in Comparative Studies, and the deadline for this round is February 4, 2024. So also check out whether that is the funding round. So you can check out funding your PhD in Comparative Studies. So it is a fully funded program, and it's 4 years, and it gives you both a US and an Austrian PhD certificate. So that's very good. Then there's also funding for doctoral research and travel funds. You can check if you meet the eligibility criteria. If you have a bachelor's degree or a master's degree in any field from a recognized university or institution of higher education, and there's a lot of information here that you can go through. You will need three letter of recommendation. I already showed you the general CU admission requirements, so you can just check that out. It's kind of the same thing even for PhD, just that you need to provide a 3-page research proposal and 3 letters of recommendation. Now, depending on your course, you may need to provide more, so make sure you check, because this is program specific requirements. So there's a lot of information there that you can also check. You can see how your year 1, year 2, year 3 is going to be like. Just see if you're interested in this course or not. Then we can check the application deadline for PhD programs. Now, for PhD programs, check the application deadline. Okay, so for funding, the deadline for funding is February 4th, as they said, and you get your decision April 1st. So make sure you put that in mind when you are applying, so that you just know that if you miss that deadline, you may not get funding. And this is applicable for all applicants. So there's general knowledge. I already told you the document that you need to submit. The only difference is the thesis writing. You have to do a research proposal for some of the course. And once you're ready to apply to the same €30 apply, but for PhD with that €30, you may apply for up to 5 programs. But remember, as you're applying for 5 programs, you need your referees or your references to comment on those 5, do write recommendation letter for all those 5 programs. So once you're ready, also start the online application. It's the same application portal. Follow the system I showed you and then apply. I hope I'll be able to explain everything about applying to this. And you see, there's no separate application for the scholarship. Once you apply within the financial deadline and you tick it in the admission box that you want to be considered for the financial aid, then you are good to go. You may just have 1 or 2 questions that you may have to answer. So that's all. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and comment down below. Thank you, guys.